Hi, welcome back to The Journey with Mr. Harris. And today we have a show prepared for you that I'm really excited about because it's one of RYC's own, one of Renaissance's own. Her name is Treyonna Sullivan. And what's so amazing about her is that she is the winner of the National STEM Challenge. So I'm going to be sitting next to a National STEM champion. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome to the Mr. Harris Show. 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 It's called The Journey. And we are back to The Journey, and I'm sitting next to a special guest. And I'm going to let her introduce herself, but I've had the privilege of getting to know her over the last, I guess, 2 to 3 years. She's involved with quite a few Renaissance Youth Center programs, an amazing singer. She's quite the civic engager. She's very much involved in community activism. She's on the Youth Council board. She works here. She volunteers here. What else can I say? She's absolutely Miss Amazing. Can we all give a hand for Treyonna Sullivan?
Hi, everybody.
Right. Well, welcome to the journey. And I really want to take our time to get to know you. And before I go any further, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
To being a national STEM champion. And let me ask you a question. How does that feel? When you first got to news, how did it make you feel as an individual?
It made me feel proud. At first, I didn't have any words because it's like, wow. Like, I never thought I would win such a big award and be proud that I did it for myself and did it for my community. And I feel like where I'm from, the South Bronx, the poorest district, I feel like a lot of people don't believe in our youth, especially Black people. So I feel like it was just a big encouragement and achievement. And I felt really proud that I was able to come up with a solution and actually build my image in person and just be able to share it with everybody.
And so we want to thank you for making them a believer. And I like that word you just used, because a lot of people don't believe that we can make a difference, we can cause a change. Okay. But you're changing that. How did your family feel? Your family, your friends, you got a twin brother. Like,
right.
What was that like?
My grandma was jumping off the walls. Like, she was like, oh my gosh, my granddaughter is going to D.C. She's going to the White House. Oh my gosh. And my mom and my dad, they were very proud of me. My brother, he was very proud of me. And it just felt so wholesome because I do try my best to do things for my family and be the best that I can be for them so we could be in a better place. So I was just very proud that they were proud of me for doing something that's very just extraordinary and very different.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Good. So take us and tell us a little bit. First of all, before we talk about your project, just tell me a little bit about you. I mean, let the listeners know who is Treyonna Sullivan.
So some things about myself. I'm a singer, a dancer, a little bit of an actress. I'm very funny. I'm a goofball. Whenever you're seeing me, I'm always laughing or smiling, or I'm always in a good mood. I like to bring my energy and just shine the whole entire room up. And I'm very just a chill person. I'm always caring. I always like to help people without them asking me to help. I always like to volunteer my time for the people that I care about and the people that got me to where I'm at right now. And I'm just taking it day by day and learning new stuff about myself that I never thought I would find out. But yeah, those are some
You
things.
said that she says she's a little bit of an actress. Didn't I go see you in the lead role at your school? Weren't you, what was The Wiz? Weren't you like Dorothy?
I was Dorothy.
All right, so how can you say I do a little bit? I take the lead role. It's the main part of the show. That was me, right? So you're a little bit modest. It sounds like it as well. Did you ever dream of like? I think I kind of know the answer to this, but did you ever dream of winning like a national STEM challenge or any kind of STEM fair, anything like a science fair? Was that ever?
No, never. I never thought like this would actually happen. Like I've never really thought about being in STEM, but the program was an advantage for me to take and to learn new things and to see if I could apply that to the real life and apply it to what I want to be. So I took the advantage and I was able to create something that could help everybody, not just including myself, but the whole entire world.
Yeah. So when you say the program, I know who you're talking about. So it sounds like, hey, because I know this about you. Like, and this is great for all teenagers. When there is something offered in your community or your school or your synagogue or your church, get involved. You never know where it might lead. And I know you do that. So when we're having an event here, you hear. When I say, hey, we got this program for teenagers, here you are. You walk into the room because you never know what you might like or dislike until you try it. So when we talked about this, you walked into the room, right? And look what happened. Whoever knew. So when you first got involved with the engineering and the coding, what did you know any of this stuff at all?
No, I didn't know not a thing at all. I didn't know what a Raspberry Pi was, Python, an LCD screen. I didn't know why the wires were connected to what. I didn't know anything at all.
Yeah. So first of all, for those of us who are still like, I still don't know what that is, right? Raspberry Pi. They didn't have no apple pies over there. All right, so we just don't confuse those that are hungry. A Raspberry Pi is actually a computer. But, when did the fear factor ever leave for you, or you were never afraid to walk into the room, or were you like, hey, only smart kids can do coding? Or did you have that kind of like...
I didn't have a fear. I think it was more nervousness because it was very outside of what I like to do. And I felt like as soon as I walked into the room, it was just welcoming and it was very comfortable for me to put myself out there and to try new things. I felt like the teacher and all the kids that were in the room and their creative spirits and the energy in the room, I felt like it was okay for me not to know anything because somebody else might not know anything, but we're here to learn and we're here to grow and we're here to put everything into life. So I just felt like it was very comfortable for me at first. I was a little nervous, but I got used to it and I learned to love it.
Right. And where did you take these classes?
Renaissance Youth Center.
I'm sorry, where was that place again?
Right here.
Right here, Renaissance Youth Center. For those of us, 3485 3rd Avenue, right here in the Boogie Down Bronx. In spite of what they say, some really nice things are happening, and I think we're going to keep showing that, and we want you to learn and get that. So let's get to your project. Can somebody be so kind as to bring the project over a little bit closer? Thank you so much, sir. All right. So tell me, let's start from why you did whatever this is, right? And so I want you to talk about what this is in a minute, but matter of fact, just tell us what's happening here. What's going on?
Okay, so this is Project Poop. It's a trash can, but it's not an ordinary trash can. So inside, there's a bump switch, and on top, there's an LCD screen. And the LCD screen has the program loaded on it. You would use either touchscreen or you use the keyboard that comes with it. And then you would load the program on here. You would click like this little tab on the left-hand corner, and then you would press Donnie, and that's how you load the program. And there's a code in the LCD screen, and the Raspberry Pi helps it. So after, when you step on the pedal in the front, the bump switch depresses. So that means the LCD screen is going to show you the count. So once the trash can is closed, it's not doing anything. It's not counting how many poops are in the trash can. But as soon as you press on the step, it's going to count, and it's going to be like, congratulations, there are this amount of poops in the can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So why do this? And talk a little bit about, the number 6 there.
Okay, so last year in the summer, we were introduced to the SDGs, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And as I'm a part of Music with a Message, we write songs and we help change the narrative about young people like me.
And that too, that's right.
So we wrote a song called Let's Work Together, which is around the SDGs, and we were able to perform at the United Nations twice and to spread our knowledge about the SDGs to people who might not know what it is. So number 6 is clean water and sanitation. Poop is a part of the Department of Sanitation where they clean up the street or they clean up anything, the parks. And I just felt in me that why not use what I know about the SDGs and make a project to help clear a problem in my community or around the world even. So that's where Project Poop came in mind.
Got it. And then I remember, first of all, I heard you mention United Nations, and you just kind of glance over that. Listen, y'all, this woman is pretty amazing. She's been able to experience some pretty cool stuff. So you're right. We got a chance to go to United Nations. Yours truly was actually speaking there, and you went there to sing and stuff like that. What was that like, just, being at the UN and being able to walk in around in different areas and also being able to perform? What was that like for you?
It was unbelievable because prior to us performing, I had just finished learning about what the UN was, and I never knew what that was. And as soon as we got told that we were going to perform there, I was like, what? And then like the process of getting in the building and then seeing everything and seeing how serious it is and seeing how beautiful the building is, it was just very life-changing. And I felt like not a lot of people get the opportunity to say, oh, I went to the UN and I got to perform and do what I love. So that's the one thing I would always cherish, being able to sing and being able to teach other people what I know and what I was taught and being able to make a difference.
Right. Life-changing. I believe that experiences for young people can be life-changing, right? We get a chance to see and expose young people to different things. And so you were exposed to the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and number 6 is clean sanitation. And when we came back here, tell everybody what the young people did. You remember what happened with that? Yeah, talk about that a little bit.
So there was a lot of poop in front of our center, and it was like playing hopscotch to get in and out of the building. So we had our kids write letters to the Department of Sanitation, and one of the problems that they wrote was the poop outside of our center and how it's affecting everybody that's walking past or trying to get in or trying to get out the building. So we had them write letters to sanitation, and I felt like that was the determination for me to try and solve it. Once my kids realized it, I was like, yeah, I gotta try to do something to fix it. Yeah.
This is not my kid. She's a kid herself. But she's talking about the kids in the after-school programs who are kindergarten through 5th grade, who wrote those letters to the sanitation department. And sanitation, big ups to them. Sanitation department came through. They bought us bags, the big green bags that we could put all the poop in. They did not bring us the little green bags or little white, blue bags where people see that your dog picks the poop up. We don't have that in the Bronx. Right. And if you go throughout the city, you see them. So Renaissance went out and purchased them. We put them on our building so people could then, pick up behind their dogs. Now, if you remember, before we even put the can out, and we're going to talk about why the can is back inside in a second, we didn't just go out to the community and say, now, put the stuff in the can. No, not on the sidewalk. Put it in the can. We didn't do that.
We didn't.
What did we do?
We had a doggy day.
So what happened on that doggy? Yes.
We had everybody in our community bring their dogs, and we gave their dogs doggy treats. And Wim had performed, and we sang, "Who Let the Dogs Out?" That's we had our kids.
Who let the dogs out?
Who?
Absolutely. Yeah, we had a good time. Yes. I don't know if you knew the magic behind that or the purpose behind that. I guess there's no difference in being a child. It's different. Your mom and dad can yell at you and scream at you about cleaning up your room, or they can celebrate you as you clean up your room, right? And tell you the reason why it's important that we come together as a family and have a clean house. That was our approach, right? So we had everybody bring their dogs out, as you mentioned. We gave them dog biscuits and stuff like that. And we say, hey, we come in love. We can't change the whole world, but we want to change the 63 feet in front of the Renaissance Youth Center so our little babies aren't tracking in poop every day. Right. And we had a wonderful time.
We did.
Now, is all the poop off the street?
No.
Absolutely not. Is it better than what it was? Yes. And that's what change looks like, right? It comes in stages, right? So what happened when, first of all, this is a second model. The first can was much bigger. And what happened with the first can?
Somebody stole the technology that makes the poop can what it is.
We in the hood, y'all. That's real talk. So y'all can put all the technology y'all want out here. Bring it here. I want some Raspberry Pi. So yes, and we had it inside, and it was you know, it was kind of hidden. But now we have to work on this and be able to, like, you know, screw it down inside, put a plate on top of it. You know, it's a little work when it goes wrong and you have to recode it. But at least it'll be there when we get back.
Right.
We also had a larger can where people kept putting all kinds of
garbage.
Right. So we made this can a little bit smaller, and we're gonna. Yeah, I don't think I even told you this, right? So someone came here from NYCHA, and then I was telling them about you and everything, and I showed him this, and he says, "Wow, we have a big problem in NYCHA, New York City Housing Authority." And he says, "I would like to purchase a few of your cans."
What?
Yeah, he said, "I'd like to purchase a few of your cans and put them in our developments and see if it works and helps." And I said, "You know what? We're going to do this one. We're going to get it done. We're going to hide all the technology inside. We're going to put it back in front of our building. And if it works and they don't steal it, don't take it, come on."
Right.
You know, you could be in the money. So that's great. That's fantastic. So now we understand what this is. This is happening. Again, I can't say it enough. Congratulations. This amazing woman will be going to Washington, D.C. in April. And she'll be showcasing her project in Washington. She'll hopefully get a chance to meet the President of the United States and our Vice President, Kamala Harris. So that could be amazing. Whoever else you may get the opportunity to meet. So what's next? So now you've won this national champion. What do you hope to get out of this?
I just want the narrative to change about young Black kids in our community. I want some girl or boy that's just like me, whether you're a national STEM champion, whether you play basketball, whether you go to school or something, I want them to know that they could also do it the same way I did it. And the way that we get perceived on the news and the way that we get shown, I feel like it tears everybody down and it makes them feel like they can't do what they want to do. But if I can change their perspective for just a moment or just like a day, I feel like I'm doing something right, and I'm feeling like this is really going to happen. Like, the world could become a better place.
So what's next for Tretyonna? You're graduating high school.
I am.
Listen, it's all happening for you, right?
It is.
You're graduating high school. You got some colleges you're looking at?
Yes, I am. I'm looking into a few colleges. Some colleges are HBCUs, or some colleges are very famous for their programs that I'm interested in. But it's about how I feel like what am I gonna get the best experience from? Like, what do I feel like is gonna help me in the long run? So I have time to think, but there are some good colleges out there that I'm looking at so far.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure whenever I talk about colleges, I talk about the 3 Ps: the place, the program that they offer, and the price. Right. And so I'm sure that's a deciding factor for you and your mom and your dad as you look at what schools you're going to go to. Like, hey, also what can we afford, right? Well, we're hoping the best for you. I don't know what comes out of this. Who knows? Maybe there are some scholarships or some other opportunities or corporate, engagement that may happen for you. We're hoping that all of the above happens, or at least some of the above, to make your journey just a little bit easier. Cool. What words would you want to leave for other teenagers? And, you can speak globally or you can speak locally. So when you think about your friends, your family, there are some of us who are heavily engaged into certain things, right? And there are a lot of you who just for whatever reason, just aren't involved. Like, and I really want you to talk to them, right? Like, look in that camera and leave them a message. What message would you leave them?
Go after anything that you want to do. As long as you believe that you can do it, you can do it. And always take the opportunities given to you, the programs given to you. Take advantage of it, because you never know what could come out of it. You can always do what you put your mind to, no matter who supports you, no matter who's around you. As long as you believe and you see your dream for yourself and you see it happening, it's going to happen. So as long as you put your mind to it and make sure that you're doing everything the way that you want it to be, it's going to happen, and your dream is going to become bigger than you thought it would be.
Well, there it is. We just heard that from our national STEM champion. Can we just give another hand for Treyonna Sullivan? We're wishing you the best that God has to offer. I think it's just beginning for you. So enjoy the journey.
Thank
All right.
you.
And thank you guys for tuning in, Mr. Harris, on the journey.
Welcome to the Mr. Harris Show. 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 It's called